Hi everybody, it's Wendy from Budget Pumpkin. Today is Friday, December 16th. My husband and I are bi-weekly paid employees, so we both get paid today. And today we're going to be budgeting our paycheck into our cash flow worksheet. So please stay tuned and hopefully we can budget this together.
Hello and welcome to Budget Pumpkin. My name is Wendy and welcome to my channel. On this channel, we're going to talk about things like budgeting, cash stuffing, planning, dealing with debt, savings challenges, and everything that you could want to know about budgeting. And you're going to be with me on my journey to become debt-free. So if this is something that you want to look into, please tap subscribe and like and comment on this video, and thank you for being here.
Okay, so first things first, we are getting paid. Today is December 16th. And December is an exciting month because December is actually a 3-check month. Okay, so I figured it would probably be best to just grab the calendar. So this is an exciting month because December for us is a 3-paycheck month. So we got paid on the 2nd. That covered the first half of December's bills. Today is the 16th. We're going to cover the second half of December's bills. And we're going to make sure that this money lasts us through the 31st. Now, we will get paid here on the 30th, but that money is actually going to get us 1/2 of a month ahead. So our paycheck on December 30th will actually be covering our first half of January's bills. So a lot of people in the budgeting community, when you're paid bi-weekly and you have a 3-paycheck month, that's called a magic month. Or if you're paid weekly and you have a 5-paycheck month, they also refer to that as a magic month. So what we're going to do is start using this to get a month ahead. If you're paid the same days that my husband and I are, our next magic month will be in June of 2023. And at that point, I plan on being 1 full month ahead to make it easier for us to budget our bills. It's a goal that I've been working towards because it's hard to budget and make sure we have enough money from check to check when we don't know like what we have to spend. So this is a goal of mine to get 1 check ahead. So we're going to cover from the 16th, and then we're going to cover all the way through December 31st with the money from this check. Now, what I do is I make sure that I'm taking at least 1/2 of a month of bills out for each check. So 1/2 of a month. And you'll see that our boxes are numbered. So number 1 is income, number 2 is bills, 3 is debt and credit card, 4 is subscriptions, 5 is like sinking funds that stay in our bank, and 6 is sinking funds that I pull out in cash stuff. So if you've been around for a minute, you know the plan. If you haven't, this is kind of how I set up the worksheet. It works the best with my brain. Hopefully it helps you out. There's a lot of different people with a lot of different budgeting methods. And I think that that's great because the way I work may not work for you, but you may find someone else. And if you've been watching someone else and you're not wrapping around your brain around how they budget, then maybe something that I do will help you. So for 1/2 of a month, number 2, number 3, so number this real quick. So number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that corresponds with our different boxes here. 1/2 of a month for box number 2 is $1,228 in expenses. Box number 3 is $950. Box number 4 is $270, and box number 5 is $30, and number 6 is $655. Typically like a half month is $3,133. It varies a little bit. We I ended up, like, somehow I messed up our financial software. I ended up having to do a fresh start. So we're going to have to do a new video. I've been promising a debt check-in, but all of my budgeting kind of got all weirded out when I had to fresh start my YNAB software. If you use YNAB, you know what that is. I was, I don't know exactly what I did to screw up the software, but it was kind of crazy. So, I'll be doing a debt check-in hopefully this week, but we're also going to, I was hoping to not have to reset the budget for 2023, but there's been quite a few changes, so we're going to have to do somewhat of a reset. So before the end of the year, we'll have a new budget reset, and we'll be looking at January, starting something new. So still the same method, but like different amounts and things that we're doing. So we got paid today. Hubby, his check was $2,093.77, and mine was $1,742.24. That makes our total $3,836.01. And we put that down here in our green box down here. Now, it is possible to use this budget sheet. This budget sheet is part of a 6-pack that's available in my Etsy shop. It is possible to use this without using the highlighter, but for me, I need I don't know, it's like I need the colors to make my brain work. So I just kind of do the colors. So the first box for bills and expenses is number 2, our bills. I consider a bill anything that our household needs to run. It could be rent or mortgage, car payments, car insurance, cell phones, heat, electric, anything like that that we need to run our home, that goes in the bill category. So between now and the end of the month, on the 16th, we need to make a car payment. And on the 25th, we need to pay our mortgage. So those are the only 2 bills. All of these bills are covered up to here with our paycheck from the 2nd. So on the 16th, we have our car payment of $300. And on the 25th, we have our mortgage of $1,100. So this totals $1,400. Now, the one thing that I always look at is cash flow. And I always try and bring us to where we're at a half of a month of bills. So if you've been following along for a while, number 1, thank you for staying here and watching and supporting the channel. And if you're new here, thank you for being here. Hopefully the way I explain this will make sense to you. So right now, between now and the end of the month, I need $1,400, but I only want to budget $1,228 because that's 1/2 of a month of bills. So what I need to do is pull from our savings. Now we do have savings. We've been doing this for a while. So I have paychecks where my bills don't total this $1,228. I save that money. And then I have some checks that are over, and so I pull that money out of savings. So from savings, I'm going to take out $172 from our savings, and that leaves us with a total of $1,228. Now, what happens is, like I said, some paychecks we have a surplus here, right? The bills that we have to pay during that period do not add up to a half of a month worth of bills. And what I would tell you there is to make sure that you save that money, because you're going to end up with a check where you need to pull from that savings in order to cover. And now we're going to see kind of the opposite thing here for the credit cards. So we're going to color in our boxes there. And just know I am kind of like striking a total down here on the bottom. This is our total. But for credit cards, we have 4 cards here. So on the 18th, we need to pay credit cards 7 and 8, which this check mark means that they're actually should be paid off. I need to check and see if we charged anything on them to pay them off, but if not, they're fine. On the 27th, I have $100 crossed off, and I have $200 because we actually paid off credit card number 10, which is due on the 30th. That's paid off. We don't owe any more money on that card. And then I was going to take credit card 9 and pay, take the minimum from this one and add it to this one and start paying $200 on credit card number 9. But we actually had a little bit of a windfall, and we were able to pay off credit card number 9. So these are all like need to be check marks now, so we can check that they're paid. So I technically don't have anything due here in this category. Now, again, we still need this. We still are in our debt repayment process. And when I do my debt video, we have actually accrued additional debt because we had an enormous amount of medical bills and car repair bills that we just couldn't mitigate. We had no choice but to put them into debt. The money that we had saved for things of that nature, even with our emergency fund and everything that I could have scraped together, we still would have not been able to cover the entirety of these bills. So while we have paid some off, we did increase our debt on other ones. So I'm going to be looking at that when we do our debt check-in. But right now, with nothing due, I'm actually going to put money into our savings. Of $950. And I mean, some people, I guess you could argue, why wouldn't I just, take this 172 off of here, add these together? I just like to keep it separate so I can see what I'm doing. But you could deal with it that way as well. Our next category is subscriptions. And in subscriptions in general, I put away $570 per month. The first check of the month, I put aside $300. And the second check of the month, I put away $270. We don't have that much in subscriptions. People are like, that's really high. It's not this high, but I do save extra here. Our subscriptions amount to maybe $180 a month if I'm saving for them. But we have a lot of subscriptions that we pay for on an annual basis. And so I didn't figure out where all of those were. I was just saving our monthly amount. And so I know that, like, I have a subscription to Microsoft Office. It's going to renew in January. We only started doing this budgeting in September, so I know I'm only going to have 4 months worth saved up. So stuff like that comes out of here. Also out of here, I take things like dog food or clothing, if there's something that we need. So even though we're saving $270 this check for subscriptions, they really aren't that much. And that's one of the things about the budget that's going to change in January, is that I have a better idea what we're actually spending money on. so I can better categorize our sinking funds and subscriptions. So here, and then I'm going to highlight this one really quick just so that we have it done. Okay. So in here, the one thing you can find I do know of what we need per month is our driver's license or plates for our car, and I put aside $30 per month. I'm also putting away a total of $658.01. Part of that, like $400 of that is to savings for January. And my husband, he is working at one job. He really does not like working in the ER, and so he's getting a job at another hospital. But the ER kind of burned him out. He's in a really crazy area. So his last day there is Christmas Eve, and then his first day at the new job is January, like 2nd or 3rd. And he's taking that week off in between, but he's taking it off without pay. So we've saved money. We've saved now we're at like $1,000 in that fund to replace any income that he's lost from being off for that week. And if it turns out where we have extra money or something like that, where we don't need all of that $1,000 that we have saved, we can use that money to pay off debt. But we need to make sure we have enough money coming in the bills. We also had like a little bit of overspending, and then there was a little bit where I wanted to save just to kind of round out the savings fund. So that is $258 for other, $258.01. So our total in this category is $688.01. And because these are sinking funds that I leave in the bank, whenever I have like an odd number or some weird change in the paycheck, I just try and put it in this category. So let's see if I can adjust this back a little bit so you can see. There we go. We have now I'm not good at math. I mean, I'm good at calculus, but I'm not good at basic math. But I have a sheet next to me where everything's already like written down, but it's a hot mess because I kept scribbling and rewriting. So let's see if I can get this right. So we have gas. We're actually only going to pull $160 out of the bank. Usually this is $200, $100 per week. But hubby put $40 in gas in his car on his credit card, and then he didn't deposit the money. So $40 of his gas money, he already actually has it because I covered the 40 he put on the credit card. I just left it in the bank. Groceries. We're getting $40. We did like a huge bulk shop. And I just wanted like $20 per week just like for fresh vegetables. His money, he gets $160. My money, I get $145. And then we have our month ahead is $50. And then New Year's Eve is still getting $60. And then we decided to prioritize date night. We don't always use the money for an actual date night out, but we do use it to go do things together. And we decided it was really important to prioritize us doing things together, because we both work very different shifts. And so getting to see each other, it's kind of difficult. So when we do get to see each other, we want to go spend time with each other or have it be kind of stress-free. We've been doing really well cooking at home, but we will use this money like to go out to eat together. It's to do things just specifically together. So this should be $85. So let me see, 160 plus 40 plus 160 plus 145 plus 50 plus 60. Yeah, so this is 85. Yeah, so like that's $700. So if we add 1228 plus 950 plus 270, 1228 plus 950 plus 270 plus 688.01 plus 700, that totals, I don't know if you can see this, 3836.01. Which is the same as this. So this balances out to zero. We have a zero base budget where every dollar has a job and every penny has a purpose. So this is how our paycheck budgeting looked. Our next video will be our cash stuffing, where we cash stuff. But I always like to have a context when I cash stuff. So I don't like to cash stuff just to cash stuff. I want to make sure you know why we're cash stuffing, what we're cash stuffing. Because on this channel, you are, you're part of the family, but you're also my accountability partners. And I wouldn't necessarily really be doing this without you guys. So if you're new here, please like, subscribe, make a comment. I love reading your comments and responding to comments. If you've been here for a while, thank you for being here. I am glad to have everybody here. We're pushing up 500 followers, so I'm pretty excited to do a little giveaway once we hit 500 followers or subscribers. So that's about all I have for today. It's actually pretty late at night because I had to go and do some other things, and I wasn't able to film this right after work like I normally do. So I'll be filming the cash stuffing tomorrow, and I hope that everyone has a safe and wonderful rest of your day. Thank you so much, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.